It's your man Diamond K in here, of course, at the Diamond K Show at Radio on Fire. It's been an exciting last few hours, up and down, back and forth, all kind of ways. This election has taken people. So we're going to talk about the election tonight. We're going to talk about where things stand with the presidential election. I'm going to be joined later on in the show by a couple of recording artists. D-Boy the Dome's going to join us later on in the program. Also, Truth the Realest from Decatur, Georgia is going to join us later on in the program. As I said, the election, North Carolina, Joe Biden has been declared the winner of Michigan in a major blow to Trump. Biden came out to speak earlier, and take a look.
Here, the people rule. Power can't be taken or asserted. It flows from the people, and it's their will that determines who will be the President of the United States, and their will alone. And now, after a long night of counting, it's clear that we're winning enough states to reach 270 electoral votes needed to win the presidency. I'm not here to declare that we've won, but I am here to report that when the count is finished, we believe we will be the winners. With all the votes counted, we have won Wisconsin by 20,000 votes, virtually the same margin that President Trump won that state 4 years ago. In Michigan, we lead by over 35,000 votes, and it's growing. A substantially bigger margin than President Trump won Michigan in 2016. Michigan will complete its vote soon, maybe as early as today. And I feel very good about Pennsylvania. Virtually all the remaining ballots to be counted were cast by mail. And we've been winning 78% of the votes by mail in Pennsylvania. We've flipped Arizona and the 2nd District of Nebraska. Of special significance to me is that we've won with the majority of the American people. And every indication is that that majority will grow. We have a popular vote lead of nearly 3 million votes, and every indication is that will grow as well. Indeed, Senator Harris and I are on track to win more votes than any ticket in the history of this country that ever won the presidency and vice presidency. Over 70 million votes. I'm very proud of our campaign. Only 3 presidential campaigns in the past have defeated an incumbent president. When it's finished, God willing, we'll be the 4th. This is a major achievement. This is a major achievement. And it's been a long and difficult campaign, but it's been a more difficult time for our country, a hard time. We've had hard campaigns before. We've faced hard times before. So once this election is finalized and behind us, it'll be time for us to do what we've always done as Americans, to put the harsh rhetoric of the campaign behind us, to lower the temperature, to see each other again, to listen to one another, to hear each other again, and respect and care for one another, to unite, to heal, to come together as a nation. I know this won't be easy. I'm not naive. Neither of us are. I know how deep and hard the opposing views are in our country on so many things. But I also know this as well. To make progress, we have to stop treating our opponents as enemies. We are not enemies. What brings us together as Americans is so much stronger than anything that can tear us apart. So let me be clear. We are campaigning as a Democrat, but I will govern as an American president. The presidency itself is not a partisan institution. It's the one office in this nation that represents everyone. And it demands a duty of care for all Americans. And that is precisely what I will do. I will work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as I will for those who did vote for me.
Okay, those were words of Joe Biden. He has won Michigan. He has won Wisconsin. He is on the brink of becoming the president and winning things here at the White House. Things at the White House. I'm actually happy that things are going the way that they appear to be going. Biden has received more than 71 million votes, the most in history. It's crazy. Says that he will govern as an American president. I'm sure that Trump's going to have a lot to say about this, and he's going to talk that talk and all that. But they're going to drag his ass out the White House when the time comes, hopefully. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to take a quick break and come back with our first guest, Truth to Realest. And let's do this. Let's go to a song real quick and come back with our guest.
My mind be racing while I'm out here trying to get this money. If you really bad about it, then come take it from me. Bitch, I ain't frontin', swear to God it ain't nothing. Y'all the type to do the talking, we the type to get it jumping. Ooh, pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. I ain't even got a flex, cause my style worth a million. Rolling up exotic loud, make these niggas fucking listen. Fuck the cloud chasing, only running to the paper. Niggas hating every day, but fuck what they be saying. They ain't gotta shoot a shot for y'all to know that I ain't playing. And your bitch hit my line, talking about she contemplating. I'm a mess and dasher when I fuck, I'm like a master. She do what I say and then she did right after. Have her screaming, oh Lord, like I was a pastor. So when she hit my line, I'ma make her feel the rapture. Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it?
Pull up, hop out, pop out, we what they talking about. The nigga capping, we really have we ain't seen no drive. I fly like a ladder, but I get the banger, you better watch your mouth, yeah. Cause I'm with some savages, they really ready to jump out. We don't want no smoke, but it make it too hard. When you out in these streets, moves gotta be smart. How to make a little money, don't think that made me soft. With the drip, I don't think I won't take you off. Like ready, set, go, we gon' get it. Oh, with truth, your shit the realest. Stay low key and play your cards right. The millions, we gon' get it. It's in the air, man, I can feel it. It's getting closer, I can touch it. I'm feeling blessed, but I ain't lucky now.
Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Had to learn to get that money from the get-go. He not forever solid, always stay down without 10 toes. I'm a fiend for that money, we pulling up for that cash. I'm trying to double up for them tons I was down on my ass. Man, I'm a fool for that paper, just watch the fucking difference. Swear my presence alone be far from certain distances. They hesitate, I paper chasing, then they wonder why they hate. Can't be talking back and forth with niggas that wanna debate. We just pull up with the pressure, whole team we hopping out. And get to checking all the bullshit they talking about. Niggas acting tough until we calling them out. Yeah, we could pay all the shooters just to chalk them out. But we just pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it?
And we are back. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. That was Truth, the Realist. I have the pleasure of being joined by the artist you were just listening to.
I'm
How
all
you
right. How
doing?
you doing, man? Appreciate you for having me, man.
Good, good, good. I'm good. Um, so where you at in the world right now?
Actually in Georgia, man. Actually on the South
Okay,
Side. Yeah.
okay. It's all good. It's all good. How did you get started? In this music game.
Well, I mean, I always really just loved music, just growing up. But originally I was in band, so it really kind of just started from like marching band, concert, and everything like that. So it was just one kid. He made beats at the time, and I used to just freestyle at the lunch table. You know how I used to just beat on the table and stuff like that. And it just pretty much just went from cover songs to pretty much me just making my own stuff now. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I got you. So, what kind of reaction did you get from your friends when you started really taking the music seriously?
A lot of them pretty much they were kind of waiting on it. They were anticipating it. It wasn't like a lot of negativity. They were just pretty much just waiting for the growth for me to actually take it serious. So it was a lot of positivity, I would say. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Who who did you grow up listening to? Like what MP3s or songs
Yeah.
were you streaming?
um like I listen to Missy Elliott, the Brad, LL Cool J, like Prince. I honestly listen to like a lot of old school like SOS band. I like really like that funkadelic type of stuff. I've always been kind of different with my music choices, but yeah, I listen to like a broad variety, like Lil Wayne, Boosie, Drake, stuff like that. But like the core, I would say is probably like back in the day, like the old school music is really where I get a lot of my stuff from. So.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely hear that. As far as United Masters, what is your connection with United Masters?
That's actually who I distribute my music through. So
Okay.
they pretty much just go ahead and lay it out, and you can do a lot more. 'Cause honestly, starting back in like 2012, I was really with TuneCore, and then it went from TuneCore to DistroKid, and now I'm with United Masters. So me personally, I honestly like it gives you more variety. You can submit your music to like different platforms. A lot of people don't actually know that, but I
Right.
honestly like them.
A lot of people don't understand that piece. I guess a lot of people don't like to get too deep into the business side. So
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
your goal to be independent, stay independent? Is your goal to get with other people and expand your team? Like what is your goal? Because back in the day, people's goal was just to sign a record deal, right? Is
Right.
that your
Exactly.
goal? Like what? Tell me about the plan.
Well, originally I did want to sign a record deal. Not to like, it was never the idea of anything too major. Honestly, like when I started, it was gonna be like Young Money or like Taylor Gang stuff like that. But now that I'm actually more, learning about the business side of it, you really can do it by yourself. Realistically, like when you look at the label aspect, they're really just paying for like your marketing and like the promo of everything. But honestly, I would rather stay independent instead of, selling my masters and, going through all the loops that everybody has to go through nowadays. But that's really the goal, try to stay independent, self-made, self-paid. That's how I think of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's definitely the goal. So all your music is out on all streaming services. That's
Yeah,
the main thing, and making the music available, and then you got to get out and work it and promote it and make other people aware of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So what obviously COVID has affected entertainment and affected musicians. How has COVID affected you in this pandemic?
It kind of makes you a little bit standoffish when you go to like shows, like especially with Atlanta, because just me being in Atlanta is it really spikes. But you see us going to parties, it's like
Yeah.
nothing really happens. But when you're around kids and you do certain things, you kind of still have to be aware of things like that. So I kind of don't do as many shows, even though I want to. So I kind of switched over to like live streaming, TikTok and everything like that. So you kind of just have to adapt with everything. So, but as far as COVID, yeah, it kind of blows when you can't really do shows and actually get out there to the fans. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But one thing that's really strange about Atlanta, well, maybe not strange, but in Atlanta, it they act like nothing's happened. you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it is. It's different. Everywhere is different. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
far as how serious people are taking the pandemic. What is in the cards for 2021? 2020 has been a crazy year. What do you have in store for 2021?
Definitely, it's gonna be a lot of visuals for the project that's currently out. The No Pressure project is out on all streaming sites, but a lot more visuals. Is gonna be probably another project because we're already working on the deluxe album for the No Pressure one. Plus, we're working on the next actual solo project from that one. So 2021 is gonna be a lot moving, and it's gonna be a lot, stuff dropping. So that's pretty much the goal for 2021.
Yeah, so the visuals and like you said, No Pressure is out now. People can get that pretty much anywhere that they can get music: SoundCloud, Apple, Amazon, Spotify,
Mhm.
YouTube, and all that. Any favorite songs off the project?
Me personally, I'm always gonna love To Be Honest, but I also like it's a lot of them to be real. I like Say My Name, and it's a classic little mix I got called Drive Through. So those are probably my top ones right now.
Yeah. So for people that have not had the chance to see you live, why don't you describe your stage show?
Pretty much, you just come in first. Me, I'm really a laid back person, but some of my music I just like to, really entertain, just really be out there with it and just pretty much, be more interactive, have a good time, not to, jump. I don't really jump around too much, but when I get into it, you're gonna honestly feel it. And I like to, bring the emotion and attachment to all my shows and everything like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as I said, No Pressure is available now from Truth to Realist. What as far as social media, how active are you on social media?
I have all the social media. My main ones that I'm constantly on would be Instagram, my Facebook page, and Twitter. It's all Truth to Realist. All of it is literally the same. You can find me anywhere with the name. So, but my top ones is definitely Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Absolutely. So I definitely appreciate you coming on. You got to come back when the deluxe version of the project comes out, and some of the
Definitely.
visuals come out. I'm going to play Pull Up after we finish here, but I'll give you the last word.
I just really appreciate you for having me. But yeah, a lot more is coming. Just want to shout out the whole team, Dope Family, Power Gang. Just make sure you go check out the project. No Pressure. It's really a ventilating type of lyrical project that has some really dope vibes in it, man. That's it. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks. We are ready to play Pull Up, Hop Out, and Truth to Realist straight from the deck. All right. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Take it easy. Yours truly, Diamond
You
K.
too,
Stay
man.
tuned, y'all.
My mind be racing while I'm out here trying to get this money. If you really bad about it, then come take it from me. Bitch, I ain't frontin', swear to God, it ain't nothing. Y'all the type to do the talking, we the type to get it jumping. Ooh, pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. I ain't even got a flex, cause my style worth a million. Rolling up exotic loud, make these niggas fucking listen. Fuck the cloud chasing, only running to the paper. Niggas hating every day, but fuck what they be saying. They ain't gotta shoot a shot for y'all to know that I ain't playing. And your bitch hit my line, talking about she contemplating. I'm a mess and dasher when I fuck, I'm like a master. She do what I say and then she did right after. Have her screaming, oh Lord, like I was a pastor. So when she hit my line, I'ma make her feel the rapture. Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope you haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope you haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it?
Pull up, hop out, pop out, we what they talking about. The nigga capping, we really have, and we we ain't seen no drive. I feel like a ladder, but I keep the banger, you better watch your mouth, yeah. Cause I'm with some savages, they really ready to jump out. We don't want no smoke, but it makes it too hard. When you out in these streets, moves gotta be smart. How to make a little money, don't think that made me soft. With the drip I got on, don't think I won't take you off. Like ready, set, go, we gon' get it. I'm with truth and shit, the realest. Stay low key and play your cards right. The millions, we gon' get it. It's in the air, man, I can feel it. It's getting closer, I can touch it. I'm feeling blessed, but I ain't lucky, nah.
Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Pull up, hop out, yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Had to learn to get that money from the get-go. He not forever solid, always stay down without 10 toes. I'm a fiend for that money, we pulling up for that cash. I'm trying to double up for them tons I was down on my ass. Man, I'm a fool for that paper, just watch the fucking difference. Swear my presence alone be for from certain distances. They hesitate, I paper chasing, then they wonder why they hate. Can't be talking back and forth with niggas that wanna debate. We just pull up with the pressure, whole team we hopping out. And get to checking all the bullshit they talking about. Niggas acting tough until we calling them out. Yeah, we could pay all the shooters just to chalk them out, but we just pull up, hop out. Yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it? Pull up, hop out. Yeah, you know we bout to get it. Sauce be dripping heavy and these bitches fucking with it. Certified boss and I hope your haters hear me. Better run this bitch back if you ain't get it, can it?
And we are back. I want to thank my guest, Truth the Realest, for stopping through. As we said, the album No Pressure is available now. Truth the Realest, truththerealist.com. That is Truth, D-A Realist, Truth the Realist. And as I said, so much going on. We were talking about the election. So much to unpack from the election. So many things. Did it go the way that the Democrats wanted it to go? No, not everything. Not everything at all. Joe Biden winning, Michigan winning, Wisconsin. That's a good thing. That part is a good thing. Pennsylvania still too early to call as of right now. And I think that it's going to come down to that as far as, you know, it's ironic, isn't it? It's just like poetic justice, the way things are going. But as far as the Senate races did not go according to Democrats' plans. Man, it was a lot to digest, and we are going to do that. I was at the polls yesterday here in Maryland, and I had a chance to speak with a couple of people that was out and about. Senator Chris Van Hollen, and let's take a look real quick.
Chris Van Hollen, I represent Maryland in the United States Senate. This is the moment where every citizen has a chance to say what direction they want our country to go. And this is your voice. I hope everybody will get out and use their voice by casting their vote. And people have in Maryland until 8 o'clock tonight to do that. Yes, this is certainly the most important election in my lifetime, and I've been through many elections. We are at a moment of reckoning in this country because we have somebody in the White House, Donald Trump, who for 4 years has tried to divide America against itself, pitting people against one another based on race or religion or ethnicity. And we need to come together as a country. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do to move forward, to make sure we build that more perfect union. Come a long way, but we got a long way ahead, and Donald Trump is just determined to drag us backwards. That's why I'm out here supporting Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yeah, so I was glad to have a conversation with the senator. Donald Trump has sued 3 states, laying the grounds for contesting the outcome of the election. Are you surprised? Donald Trump's campaign filed the lawsuits today in Pennsylvania, in Michigan, and in Georgia. It's probably going to be more. He is slipping behind in this hunt for 270. Isn't it funny how when the election is not going Donald Trump's way, it's just like a kid. No, it's rigged. It's a conspiracy. But when you was beating Hillary Clinton, even though you cheated, but when you was beating Hillary Clinton, it was all good. Oh, where the MAGA supporters at? The MAGA supporters. Did your internet not work now? The phone. Maybe they need the phone number. Maybe I need to give the phone number to the MAGA supporters that I normally see in the comments section that normally have so much to say. Let's get the number up. 404-436-1277. Okay, definitely let me know your thoughts on the election. The MAGA supporters, I love the MAGA supporters because they're so delusional. They're so delusional when they get to talking. The Trump this and the Trump that. What y'all gotta say about your boy now, huh? Where's the Make America Great crowd? No, maybe they didn't pay their phone bills. I don't know what's going on with the MAGA crew, but they are really, really quiet. They're real quiet. The Trump campaign and the whiners and the criers are seeking to intervene in a Pennsylvania case at the Supreme Court. It deals with whether ballots received up to 3 days after the election can be counted. So here's what Trump tried to do. Instead of do a good job and try to actually win, he tried to rig the post office so they would deliver ballots late so he could then try to sue and try to get those ballots to be discounted because his homeboy DeJoy was supposed to slow down mail delivery. Nothing's working out the way he planned, right? It's just like a Trump marriage. Nothing works out the way you planned it to, huh? These actions reveal this emerging legal strategy that the president has been signaling for weeks. It's no surprise that Trump's trying to use the courts. Republicans were talking about the court packing. The Republicans are the ones who packed the court with some right-leaning judges, and that's not even going to help you. It would have been much easier if Donald Trump actually tried to do a good job for the American people during this pandemic. Then maybe you would have had a chance. But no. His campaign announced that they're going to ask for a recount in Wisconsin, a state that the Associated Press called for Biden this afternoon. The campaign manager for the Trump debacle cites some irregularities in several Wisconsin counties. He didn't provide any specifics, but he claims that things are irregular and this Donald Trump presidency is the epitome of being irregular. But Biden said that the count should continue in all states, adding that no one's going to take our democracy away from us. Not now, not ever. And his campaign, the Biden campaign, did not comment on the new lawsuits that the Trump campaign is filing in Michigan or Pennsylvania. They're saying that they want access to observers, but observers can go in. And it is, seeking to the Biden fight fund. I don't know. It's the legal team is standing by the Joe Biden legal team, and they're definitely going to need them because the Trump campaign is he doesn't want the ballots counted in the places where he thinks he's winning, but he wants the ballots counted places. It's very confusing. But this is what This is what crybabies do. This is what sore losers do. This is what sore losers do. I mean, they want the Trump fans in Michigan want them to stop counting the votes, right? We don't want him to lose by this much. Let's stop the vote counts. It's kind of pathetic when you think about it. Speaking of pathetic, I want to talk about some of these races in Baltimore. And you may say, what is that? What do you mean? Why is that pathetic? Pathetic is Fox 45. Fox 45 Baltimore is a conservative station in Maryland, Baltimore, obviously. They are the Fox affiliate in Baltimore. And, they talk so greasy. They talk really greasy about Democrats in general. The Baltimore school system, the way they present things, it is super irritating to me. Oh, and they were on Kim Klasik's what is it? What is the thing? What is the thing that the dancers use? Her tip. They were on her tip jar, really heavy, right? They were greasing up the pole. I'm talking about the pole the dancers use. And I had to get some things off my chest about Fox 45. It looks like Fox 45 was wrong again. The Republican news outlet said on the eve of the election that Kimberly Klasik was set to take Kweisi Mfume's seat, but she lost in a landslide again, just like the special election. When he was running for mayor, Fox 45 had Thuru Vignaraja on the airwaves so much that I thought he worked there. Whether they're trying to tear down Marilyn Mosby or Nick Mosby, who became city council president in a landslide, by the way, Fox 45 misrepresents Baltimore on a regular. Y'all need to get it together. Shemaine Diamond K at the Diamond K Show. So now I got that off my chest. Mayor-elect Brandon Scott describes his top plans once he is in office. Last night was a celebration for the mayor-elect, and he is technically still the president of the city council. And he said that we have to build a team out. We know that there has been significant turnover in leadership, and that is a top priority. We're going to be hiring a city administrator, hiring a housing director, making sure we also have equity and civil rights directors, et cetera, et cetera. He has a lot of voids to fill. And I think that he's going to do a good job. We have a lot of people that are negative Nancy's. They're just, Brandon's good. No, let's help. Let's be optimistic. Let's give this mayor a chance. The mayor-elect, he's going to be sworn in next month. I wonder how that swearing in is going to be with COVID and everything. You never know how this thing is going to go. Never know how this thing's going to go. Let's do this. Take a quick break. Come back with more of the program after this. So we're back here on the Diamond K Show, and I really want to talk about Congress, that election, and that whole thing. The election scrambled seats in the House and the Senate, but ultimately things pretty much look like they looked in the beginning. I mean, I was expecting the Democrats to really keep the House, take the Senate, take the presidency. But when I really think about it, I was doing too much. I was too optimistic. This outcome has really put a damper on Democrats. The ones that were hoping for a bold new agenda, the ones that were hoping to really get some things done. Mitch McConnell's still in control of the Senate. If we have a President Biden, they're going to stop him from doing stuff the same way they stopped President Obama. I mean, that's how else can we look at it? How else can we look at it? These are some of the things that frustrate the average American about government. Now, as it relates to the stock market and the people that's playing with money on, that kind of way, they're probably happy because they're going to say things are going to stay the same because the president's not going to really be able to get things done because government is split. You're going to have the executive branch controlled by a Democrat. You're going to have the Senate controlled by the Republicans. I mean, the Supreme Court ultimately is controlled by Republicans, right? At least right-leaning. So Nancy Pelosi was on track to keep control of the Democratic House, but saw her majority shrinking and her leadership called into question. Republicans' control of the Senate tilted their way as several Republican senators fended off, challenges from Democrats. Races that I thought Democrats were supposed to win, no, they lost. Listen, I call out Republicans when they lose, but when Democrats lose, I call them out too. Just like I was talking about Kim Klacik. Remember, I've been talking to a lot of people online, and they were saying Kim Klacik she raised all this money. She got $6 million, and she dumped it into commercials. We were in the car listening to the radio. God, Lord. Listening to the radio. And, I mean, the same commercial came on like 3 times in a row. It was obnoxious. The way that money was spent. People think that just because you raise money, that means that you're going to win. No. Doesn't mean that, because you have to know what to spend the money on. That's like somebody at a party, right? Person who has the most expensive outfit on the party doesn't necessarily look the best. Sometimes the person who looks the best didn't spend that much money on their clothes. They just knew where to shop. A lot of these politicians don't know where to shop. They just get a bunch of money. Jamie Harrison in South Carolina, who I was rooting for. I even donated some money to his campaign, right? He's in South Carolina. That's how much I don't like Lindsey Graham. But Jamie Harrison raised the most money that anybody raised, and he still lost. He's a Democrat, so I'm calling him out. He's a Democrat. He lost. He spent the money on the wrong stuff, and I guess they weren't ready. Maybe they weren't ready for a black guy in South Carolina. He didn't run the campaign right. I don't know. But just because he raised the most money does not mean that he was going to win. And that is another example. So don't be fooled by the fact that people raise all this money. Democrats have a lot to think about when it comes to these elections and the way they handle things. Republicans have to think about a lot too. I think that this two-party system is on its last leg. If Democrats don't understand by now how to be stronger and more aggressive, I mean, Joe Biden against any other Republican would be the wrong pick. For some reason, the Joe Biden and Donald Trump thing cancels itself out. But generally speaking, Democrats have got to get more aggressive. We got to get more aggressive. This middle of the road, this kind of thing, this ain't going to work too much longer. It's not going to work too much longer. We need the next batch of Democratic leaders. Where y'all at? I know they're out there. And maybe the powers that be don't want them to come through. But if you keep holding back the young guns, they're going to do one or two things. They're going to leave the party, start something else, or attach themselves to something else, or they're going to kick some of these legacy folks out of the way. But I know 4 years from now, it's going to be time for that next generation. And if the next generation can't come through, I don't know. The Democrats are definitely going to be in trouble. I mean, they were in trouble this time. Let's not act like everything was all peachy keen. And let's say this: Joe Biden's not the president yet. He's not been elected yet. Hopefully, he will be. Hopefully, I say hopefully. Hopefully, he will be. But you never know. You never know. Of course, we have to think about the COVID-19 relief bill. Something that is within reach. It's something that is needed. I mean, I don't know if Mitch McConnell and the Republicans realize this, but we're in a pandemic. This pandemic is raging throughout this country. Mitch McConnell said that he would like to negotiate a big spending bill to keep government running past the mid-December deadline. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer didn't have a lot to say today, and that may be because of the way things hashed out with the election. Maybe they're waiting to see what happens with the presidency. They've been very quiet. Republicans in the House picked up 5 seats so far. Nancy Pelosi planned to reach deep into Trump country by making some rare gains, getting some minority candidates and some female candidates in those Trump areas. Did not happen. Did not happen. The GOP defeated more than a few Democrat freshmen who delivered the House majority in 2018 in a backlash vote against Trump, linking them to their most liberal members. AOC. Has AOC helped or hurt the Democrats? A lot of Republicans linked these freshmen to AOC and said, we don't want somebody like AOC. And AOC's fame actually dragged down some of these Democrats who were not strong enough to fight back. And if they wanted to fight back, the Democrats, the leadership of the Democrats, no, don't fight too hard. We don't want people to know you can hit. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. They're going to try to expand the Democratic Party, expand the reach of the Democrats. They have got to take the gloves off. There is this dinosaur ancient mentality out there that has got to go. That has got to go. Now, Republicans, don't act like this Trump era has not affected you guys and gals, and it's not going to affect. Let me say this. Don't think because Trump did it that you can do it. Others have tried. Trump is he's like a unicorn. He's famous. He's been in the public eye for, 30, 40 years, probably longer than that. But he's famous. A lot of these Republicans, people can't point him out of a police lineup. So don't think that you can do what he does. He can get away with a lot of things because people have seen him on TV for a long time. But when he goes, and he's going to go, be it now or be it in 4 years, the Republican Party is going to have to restructure and be able to move on in the wake of this anomaly that has been Donald Trump. Voters care about the economy, which is in shambles, mainly because of the leadership of Donald Trump. It is definitely time for a different approach from Democrats and from Republicans. I really want to see another party come up. I'm tired of this 2-party system. There are other parties, but we really need another party to come up. Like, really come up. Like the Green Party, they be half-stepping like, You know what I mean? The Green Party, and there are other parties. But we need a strong third party to come up Strong third party to come up. So I am going to be joined a little bit by D-Boy the Dome, rapper, and Baltimore by way of Carolina, or Carolina by way of Baltimore. Anyway, he's from Baltimore, living in Carolina. So we're going to get into his business in a few. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. Come back after this. You listen to the Diamond K Show here on Radio on Fire.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's about that time, nigga. Funky Ave. I'm signing the Funky Ave, nigga. GHS. Yeah. Indeed, Knoxville shit. Tater G, what's up, nigga? Yeah. D. Dues pay a homie so determined. My brother told me nothing given, boy, you gotta earn it. Any stage I touch, you know I come to burn it. Been through the trials and tribulations, speak the ghetto sermon. Can't give a fuck if you don't like me, but you gon' respect them. Cut ties with fake friends, such a fucking blessing. Ain't losing week of sleep, notice homie kept it stepping. Leveled up, save the profit for a big investment. Slinging drinks at the bar, just know the plan in motion. Obstacles, I face them all and got the family focused. Shots fired, I shake it off, I ain't scared at all. Your whole aura's a facade to entertain the broads. For me, I put it on the line and go against the odds. Chase the bread, make my rounds, then I'm dipping off. No validation, lost my patience, ain't the one for waiting. These suckers praying he don't make it, got it off the pavement. I got plans to see the world with my wife and kids, but they don't wanna see him shine, that's what the problem is. God and fam first, that's how I gotta live. Don't have no time to waste or a dollar to give. Striving for it all, no days off, told me stay away from frauds. It paid off, trying to keep them breaking law. And pray to God, hoping they don't get me wrong. Remain strong, homie, striving for it all. No days off, told me stay away from frauds. It paid off, trying to keep them breaking law. And pray to God, hoping they don't get me wrong. Remain strong, niggas, yeah.
No hesitation, had medication, patience was found in payments. Trapping out of the basement, generations of hatred. We hated and advocated destructive ways on our nation. Damn. Do you believe in a jungle raising a seed amongst weeds but still achieve? Hoping for graduations, I'm proud and congratulations. I'm sending my salutations, ain't gotta fake it to make it good. I know you're fate if you go to moving that weight, then it's death or hopping that gate. And the police still await till you break. Ain't for the chase, you get tased, spray with the mace, even worse. Popped in your face, remain strong. We ain't got long. It's bigger than your block, we cannot remain calm. George Floyd, Freddie Gray, Mike Brown, and Ferguson. Everybody murdering, look what type of world we in.
Homie striving for it all. No days off, told me stay away from frauds. It paid off, trying to keep them breaking law. And pray to God, hoping they don't get me wrong. Remain strong, homie striving for it all. No days off, told me stay away from frauds. It paid off, trying to keep them breaking law. Pray to God, hoping they don't get me wrong. Remain strong, niggas, yeah.
Welcome back to Diamond K Show, of course, here on radioonfire.com, the diamondkshow.com. So Baltimore County's 4 public day schools. You know, I understand that people may be, I don't know, tired, frustrated, ready to get things back to normal. And I get it. I understand that. However, but period, comma, we still are in the midst of a pandemic. And it's just not time, not in Baltimore, to send these kids back to school. The superintendent, Darrell Williams, and the chief of school climate and safety issued a statement today saying that in response to the rising COVID-19 infections in Baltimore County, that, let me get this quote, from day one, Baltimore County Public Schools has prioritized the health and safety of staff and students. The purpose of this communication is to provide an update on current Baltimore City Public Schools, Baltimore County Public Schools, COVID-19 school opening scores. And he continued by saying, in accordance with the guidance from the Maryland State Department of Education and Maryland Department of Health, BCPS staff will implement its reopening plan when the county positivity rate is 5% or lower, and the number of cases per 100,000 residents is below 15. As of November the 3rd, the Baltimore County daily positivity rate is 4.6, and the number of cases per 100,000 residents is greater than 18, aka 20. These numbers have steadily increased in the last week. As of November 3rd, our number of cases per 100,000, 14 days total, is greater than 200. Our percent change in new cases per 100,000 for the previous week is more than 10%. Therefore, we are unable to proceed with reopening our 4 public separate day schools. So they were going to open Battle Monument, Maiden Choice, Ridge, Ruxton, and White Oak on November the 9th, and for staff, and November 16th for students. Scratch that. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. And so they are going to proceed with a safe reopening for students 2 weeks after we meet the established parameters, which we are not there. So the return of school-based staff to school buildings is also being put on hold until further notice. I understand that people want to get things back to normal, right? And this is only coming from pressure from parents and in groups and that kind of stuff. It's not time. And just because you want to go back doesn't mean that you go back. As this COVID-19 crisis continues to evolve, we have to monitor metrics at that time. But it is not the moment to send kids in Baltimore County back to school. This is not the moment. The moment will come. And so I just want people to understand, just because the president is flippant and disregards public safety does not mean that things are safe. He's put out so much misinformation. When he talks about Trump, when he talks about lock her up or lock him up, he should be looking in the mirror, inciting riots or trying to casually mention, oh, he's going to get there, because he keeps talking about potential violence. Ain't nobody going to be violent in the street because you lost. You lost. And do something else. Run again. But, don't try to tear the country down. And then he puts information out there that has people thinking that it's time to go back to school. The reason why things and positivity rates are so high is because of the flippant nature that he, the president, has been exhibiting in front of Americans. And out of ignorance, other Americans are following suit and spreading this thing around. So the quicker we get more responsible, and act accordingly, we can get a better handle on things. And people get so confused. I've said this before, but I got to say it again. When they talk about masks, and they'll say, mask doesn't stop things. The president wore a mask and he still got it. Okay, the president didn't wear a mask. The president talked about wearing a mask and other people that wore it. But he did not consistently wear a mask. A mask is sort of like a condom. Condom's not effective every single time. It was 99.9%, right? But you can't have sex 10 times. Wear a condom once. And then when you get the girl pregnant, say condoms don't work. There were 9 times you didn't wear the condom. There were 9 times you didn't wear the mask. And then when you get coronavirus and you wore the mask one time, you can't say that masks don't work. You can't say it. I mean, you can say it, but you sound ridiculous. You sound ridiculous. It protects you, protects them. You know, and people want to get into the whole inertia. It protects me. It doesn't stop. You know, just whatever. Whatever. But it's just like covering your mouth when you cough and when you sneeze. Did I just cover my mouth? I don't know. Whatever. But this election, of course, and I'm refreshing and looking at some of these numbers that are coming out, and you know, this election, as officials scramble to count the ballots in these key states, this thing is going to get down to the wire. Down to the wire. You're going to see this president, a grown man, behave more like a baby. Do you remember the show, like Richie Rich? Like he's gonna behave more like a baby than any adult you probably have ever seen. There is a narrow margin in Georgia between Trump and Biden. It's a close race in a state that has not backed a Democrat since it backed Bill Clinton back in 1992. There is no automatic recount in Georgia, but a candidate can request one if the margin is within 0.5%. So 0.5% is the margin. That's really, really close, like a hair close. In Georgia, there are 16 electoral votes that are up for grabs. All absentee ballots were due on Tuesday. And, it is the outstanding vote was primarily in the Atlanta area, which tends to lead Democratic. Today, about 50 people were counting votes inside of the State Farm Arena, which is the home to the Atlanta Hawks NBA team. And counties have until 5 p.m. on November the 13th to certify the results. So that is next Friday. As we said earlier, the AP called Michigan for Biden. Trump has filed some legal challenges there and in some other states. Not sure. I mean, what do you want to lose again? He had a strategy, and his strategy was, I'm not really going to do anything other than make it difficult for people to vote. That was his strategy. And I think that it was a terrible strategy. What has happened is, and I think going forward, people are going to be early voting and doing things like they did this time. And Republicans are going to try to stop it because Republicans are not in the majority. Their way of thinking is not in the mainstream because most people are not rich. Most people are middle of the road, average folks. And they generally think and identify with the modern Democratic way of thinking, the Democratic Party, the party. Now, when we're talking about their ideals, now, sometimes the implementation of these ideals is where people differ. They may say, okay, we need this. But some people within the party say you're not going far enough, or well, let's go for this and go for this. And then that's where you have, the far left wing of the party. And Verge, despite, some people in the middle of the road, right? Some people want to go further, the progressive branch of the party. And that's where you have some differences. But Republicans are the same way. You got some middle of the road Republicans kind of in the middle, and then you got some of those far right Republicans. Regardless of that, this election has shown several things. Going forward, I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know. I like to see a third party rise and stay risen. We have long awaited and anticipated that happened. The two-party system creates gridlock. Gridlock, meaning the fact that we have divided government and that just automatically tells us nothing's going to get done. That shows you we need another party. These two parties can hold up everything, clog up the pipes. And who is affected? The people. That's who's affected. The people. When nothing gets done, the people are affected. We've been trying to get a COVID bill since the springtime. And, this one is like, Nancy Pelosi and whoever she's got working for her and the Republicans and who they got working with them. Oh, we want this trillion billion and we want this trillion billion. Oh, what? You don't want to give us 2 trillion billion. Well, we wanted 7 trillion billion. And, it's all this kind of stuff. And they're tacking on secret stuff on the bill, helping out their flunky friends and businesses that donated to them. And when it all comes down to it, the average American doesn't get that much. And then we got to wait all this time to get it. And it's just gridlock politics. And then when things don't make sense, people just say, oh, that's politics. That's just how politics works. Well, eventually the people are going to get tired of politics. They're going to want some results. They want some results. They need some results. They demand some results. And most importantly, they deserve some results. Of course, you're just tuning in. It's Diamond K, the Diamond K Show. And I have a guest coming up later on, D-Boy the Dome, going to be joining me in a few. Radio on Fire, of course, is listener-supported internet talk radio and podcast network, streaming from our production facilities in Baltimore and Atlanta. We are able to broadcast programs like the Diamond K Show because of our listeners and some amazing partners. Partners like D Lifestyle Secrets. Are you a baby boomer? Translation, were you born between 1946 and 1964? Well, more than 71 million Americans are baby boomers. And as you continue to get older, baby boomers want to stay mobile and experience as few aches and pains as possible. DLifestyleSecrets.com helps you do just that. DLifestyleSecrets.com provides a blueprint to reduce and or eliminate joint pain by teaching its members to communicate naturally with their bodies. DLifestyleSecrets.com gives baby boomers step-by-step videos and natural recipes, and most importantly, the motivation to re-energize themselves naturally. Visit DLifestyleSecrets.com to join this active community of baby boomers. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and I'm going to get into this song by D-Boy the Dome, and then we're going to come back with the man himself. This is Vibes, D-Boy featuring CR The Show. RadioFire.com.
It's go season.
It's a vibe. 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 Yeah. Little mama with a pom-pom. Give tears to my sex when the fun comes. Really speaking from the vibes in the song. Ain't gonna lie right now, you the one. Yeah, I know you seen it before. 100,000, 100 lies, I can give you some hope. 100 frowns, 100 clowns, you can't do it no more. Why cash to your stash so you paying your niggas on time? The pleasure's mine, to buy what you want, gotta grind and shine. Arrow through the heart, so the smile is mine. She matched my fly, so she one of a kind. Never been the type to kiss and tell. Cruising in the drop like the sunroof fell. Matching Gucci Cartiers, and you know that shit is real. With Shorty by my side, we such a big deal. You dig? Yeah, she want ride, cause I'm a whole vibe. She never met a hot boy that's so cold in the middle of July. All the girls wanna know if I'm that type of guy. I know why. Because you're here with me. Roll with me, let's ride. Cause baby, it's a vibe. Yeah, yeah. Put your feelings to the side. I know you feel it inside. Yeah, yeah. I know you don't usually go for it, but girl, you know I'm a dope boy. Your friends try to tell you don't go for it. Yeah, we about to go up on the scoreboard. Yeah, yeah, we blowing up. Chromed out bent when you see us pulling up. Money well spent when the sea's heating up. Got the heat in the tuck when the hate heating up. Yeah, good times in the red wine. Now she talking fly shit like she all mine. Pretty face, small waist, a real dime. Told her chill, little mama, it's our time, baby. Yeah, she want ride, cause I'm a whole vibe. She never met a hot boy that's so cold in the middle of July. All the girls wanna know if I'm that type of guy. I know why. Because you're here with me. Ring around the rosy, little mama chose me. Pocket full of Benjis, jealous ones envy. But she ain't gotta worry no more, no, no. But she ain't gotta worry no more, no, no. Yeah, she want ride, cause I'm a whole vibe. She never met a hot boy that's so cold in the middle of July. All the girls wanna know if I'm that type of guy. I know why. Because you're here with me.
DiamondKShow.com. I got D-Boy in the building. What's going on, brother?
Nah, what's up, bro? How you feeling, bro?
You the man. You the man. We just played Vibes, and I like that. I like that vibe. I couldn't come up with another word. I had to say that. I like the vibe. I like the whole energy. What's been going on with you?
Work. Just working hard, man. Just trying to bring this new vibe, man. Just go with something different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
I
have
mean,
you have been really consistent, and you have been in the game. How did you? I know the answer to this, but for people that don't know, how did you really get started in this music thing?
shit, I got locked up in Atlanta, and I moved to Atlanta. I did a little bit of time in Atlanta. While I was in Atlanta, I got a chance to be exposed to a couple guys making music. And I'm like, man, these guys just like me, you know what I'm saying? No different. I already know already was intrigued with music. I never reached out and thought that I would be doing this. And then just happened to be in the studio at, I guess, a perfect time on 28th Street. It was with John the Baptist and Mr. 55. It was called the BMW Boys. I was in the studio with Mr. 55, and his brother was supposed to come and put a part on his verse. And at this point, I wasn't rapping, never wrote around a day in my life. So while I'm in the studio, they was like, man, D, you should put something down, man. You the type that be hard, yo. I'm trying to tell you, man, you already got it. And bop, bing, boom, boom, boom. So none for me, I always curious try to write something down. And I wrote it down, and they was like, man, rap it this way, just say this like you mean it, doing all this. And I did it. And the response I got from it was like, wow. Everybody paying attention, like, man, D-Boy rap, D-Rap. Because I guess it was, the brand from D-Boy where I came from to where I had the vision to go. And then once I seen the transformation to like I could take this serious and I'm really starting to make good music, Diamond K, you was there from the beginning, man. It was curtains after that, man. I don't know how to stop. I mean, so I mean, y'all was there every minute. So it's hard for me to even say anything different because y'all know everybody. That's one thing about my whole campaign, the whole city, and already witnessed it with their own eyes. Where it started off last. You know what I'm saying? And everything, and been there, and everybody in the whole city can check their DM. I got over 1,000 DMs, so I just work hard and consistent because I know that it always been my thing a long time. The hard work beat talent any day, especially when talent don't work hard. So I consistently just work hard.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, your consistency has been like unbelievable. And I think
Yeah,
that a lot of times artists don't understand that consistency. Like you stay in the studio, you stay recording, you stay releasing product, you stay pushing the product that you release, and
that's the problem.
you're one of the people that my grandmother used to say, "Don't let grass grow under their feet." You don't sit still. You know what I
No, you
mean?
can't.
You,
I
you,
don't.
you always
Because
keep it moving.
um, cause I know, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fighting against, like, see, my mindset is the world. Is never subjected to the city or where I came from or what I was subjected to. So it'd be a lot for me because when I try to make music and I'm in my mind competition, I'm going at the Beyonce's and the Jay-Z standards, and I'm trying to make music of the frequency of them to try to, take over the market. You know what I'm saying? And it be kind of hard because, as you know, that's a strong market to take, but that's my aim. So what I do is I consistently work hard. You know what I'm saying? Until I get, where I'm at now. And me, K. Like I said again, right? I started from nothing, and all I ever wanted to do was be heard. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in the car, y'all. So I'm just trying to make it right. You know
Oh,
what
it's
I'm
all
saying?
good. It's all good.
So all I ever wanted to do was be heard. So now I'm to the point I'm being heard. This is like amazing to me, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at numbers. I'm doing Zoom calls, and I'm saying like, wow, these people is really paying attention globally. You know what I'm saying? Like 17 cities, BET, MTV, Tidal, Shade 45, Dash. I mean, it's overwhelming to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember days when I thought, and nobody never knew that like I would never go as far as Baltimore because remember I was in that transition when it turned over from being CDs into streaming, so I missed that whole wave. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
people thought I was missing it. I was taking like okay, I would go to Mike Mack and buy CDs and every CD was $10 or $20 to me. So I would count money and make 10 to 15 grand off of every CD and then jump to another one. And then I'm like, damn, but why it ain't really going nowhere but here? And the whole time I was missing streaming. So then I jumped into that stream world, and all praises to God, I jumped in with a good foot, to walk with. And man, it's just been out of this astronomical overwhelm. I don't even know what to say. You know, so I'm just so thankful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of this evolution, I saw you in some photos with my guys from Unruly. What is there an affiliation there, or was that just taking a picture?
Yes. Nah, I have a single deal with Unruly or whatever, Sean Caesar or whatever for Go Up or whatever, and we now partners on Go Up or whatever, and together we're making a lot of things happen. As you know, Sean, he like to pay the background, and he just be determined to make the thing do what it's supposed to do. So he don't really like to be on the forefront. But yes, we do. I have a single deal with Unruly. It's official. Um, I've been though I live in Charlotte and I move around a lot. I'm not really in Baltimore to make it really, release party and all that at this moment. But sometime around about Christmas time, we can ready do it the right way and have a release party and, a signing party and do everything. But yeah, it's official though. I have a single deal with Chauncey.
Perfect, perfect. And we're gonna get into that song. And you mentioned Charlotte, and I have family that's in Charlotte. Uh, the difference
Charlotte,
between
Charlotte,
Baltimore and Charlotte.
crazy.
Tell me the difference between. Uh, every time I come down there, it's like a holiday, so I don't really get a chance to really see the city.
Okay,
What's
let
Charlotte
me.
like?
When it comes to like the negativity, you know what I'm saying, it's a bit much like right up at Baltimore at 8, Charlotte would be 6, 6.5. So the negativity is in the air, but see, I bring good energy, so the energy you put out is the energy you see wherever you go. So I'm gonna take it a little bit more further than that and get off of that lane. It's so supportive now. I'm talking about they have played Go Off on the radio 97.7 DJ Butterfingers since March, yo. Every single day. The BDS is out of this world. The support here is unreal. Um, it's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like I I don't even be knowing how to feel sometimes, okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to feel about it because it's almost like surreal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm living it. You know what I'm saying? Like every day, I remember days I used to have to pray to get on next at 9. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait till they play my song and then do this, man. I just be in the car with my family, just cool. And anytime it's coming on, like any city, man, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Any city from Atlanta down to Delaware, you can guarantee it banging every single day right now as we speak.
Yeah, I mean it's a good record, and I think you've always
Also,
made
it's also hitting Nevada too with DJ Class.
Vegas. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's a good record, and we've been talking about it. I want to get into it. Let's play it right now. About to go up, D-Boy the Dome, and RadioFire.com. Stay tuned, y'all.
Say two.
All the girls love it when they say I say two. Okay. And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah, I got you, see. I see what you're saying. Sponsoring all the bad bitches, man.
It's go season.
All the women love me by the way I say two. Anything you can vision, I'ma do it for you. Don't wanna blur up your vision, I'm just throwing the hoop. Timmy Turner, let me show you the proof. Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, girl, I owe you the truth. I'm a real D-boy, so I come with the coupe. There were many women hearts since I came up the stoop. But all my foolish ways, I'ma change them for you. Money don't change, petty cash or the loose. So I'm grinding full time, breaking bread with the crew. Pull up on the ad with your shorty in the coupe. Pull up on the whip, unannounced, I'ma shoot. Anything that you want, I got it. Yeah. Anything that you want, I stop it. Yeah.
Anywhere you wanna go tonight, we can fly away. Private island, private jet, private time, your private way. Girl, I know you're freaky. She the same old guy from the city. It ain't nothing changed with the titties. One size up, we about to go up. Yeah, we about to go up, yeah, we about to go up.
Yeah, we about to go up. You know how we do it every time we show up. You know I'm gon' lean like in a double paper cup. Smokers in the air, little mama rolling up. Yeah, you know we gon' lean like in a double paper cup. Smokers in the air, little mama rolling up. Yeah, roll it up. Yeah. If anybody approach little mommy, bumper clock, I will shoot somebody. Rastafari, the real Dundada. Yeah, what you wanna do? Anything that you want, I got it. Anything that you want, I stop it. Yeah.
Is there anywhere you wanna go tonight? We can fly away. Private island, private jet, private time, your private word. Girl, I know you're freaky. She the same old guy from the city. Ain't nothing changed with the titties. One size up, we about to go up. Yeah, we about to go up. Yeah, we about to go up.
Yeah, what you need, little mama? Ain't a sponsor like me out no more. They don't exist no more. What you trying to go over? Never silence you? I got Dr. Miami and Dr. Curve on speed dial. You know what I'm talking about? All you gotta do is roll with me. I'll try to tell you, baby. It's the way. Yeah.
Anywhere you wanna go tonight, we can fly away. Private island, private jet, private time, your private word. Girl, I know you're freaky. Same old guy from the city. Ain't nothing changed with the titties. One size up, we about to go up there. Yeah, we about to go up there.
go up. If that good go up,
And
right
we
there.
are back. We are back. Diamond K, D-Boy the Dome. That was the video for the single.
Go up.
About to go up. Love the song. And it's definitely something that works in the party. Definitely.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. It's definitely a vibe, and that's where I've been at right now. I've been just trying to create a vibe, and everything that I do, just make it a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it don't vibe, it ain't coming from me, or it ain't coming out their studio. And I feel that right now, that me and C all together. If I could have did it without them, if they could have did it without me, it would have been done. And together, collectively, we create a vibe that's relevant right now. So that's why we want to continue to work until we can.
Absolutely. CR is a good dude. How did this how did this
Wow,
collaboration, series of collaborations,
wow,
because he was on the other song too.
wow, wow, bro. This is crazy, bro. He actually did every beat on the tape, every song. He mixed every record, mastered every record, and actually he don't be liking the rap. I actually force him to get on the hooks, bro, because he don't even want to be in the limelight. He actually is the production behind everything. So okay, he had been watching me for a while or whatever apparently, and I never knew this. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you know how artists is being selfish. We get a bunch of people, reach out to us, and we don't, reach back. And it had been going on for a while. Had I known, I didn't know. So I happened to be in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that I was, and Charlotte and Mully Man, a person that who hit me that normally just to be real. Um, I don't even know like if I would have even engaged myself in the situation. Not nothing against Molly man, because she's a great person and a great artist. But at that moment, just me being selfish, I don't don't know who people are and not having an open mind. Would I have engaged myself with that person? And then when he had hit me, was like, yo, you in Atlanta? Let's link up. I don't know where from, but there's my change of heart. Even from doing the project with Boss is just totally different from that selfish mindset I had. You feel me? Which was changed to follow me. So I said, all right, bro. All right, let's link up and just go to the studio. Let's make something happen. In the midst of going to the studio, he's telling me, like, yo, this guy, this right here, boom, boom, boom. He did, so I've been dealing with him for years, like family, and this, and I said, well, I'm good with people anyway. Just get me in the surroundings, and we're going to ride anyway because we good people. And he had called Joe and told him the same thing about me because he was trying to make us link. So once we got in there, it was like the vibe was out of this world. And then Yo had pulled me up and said, man, look, check this out. I've been talking. I'm like, how? Hey man, I've been trying to get with you for like 2, 3 years, man. I seen you with Nokia on the joint on Nokia, and I said, man, I want to do some music with this guy. I like, yeah, all right then. He pulled my email up, bro, sent me so many emails. I'm like, wow, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. No form of disrespect. We did the joint with me, Mully, and Nick. I went back to the studio after he mixed it, bro. We in the joint. I heard it go up. I said, bro, I want this. We was in the studio, packed deep, everybody in there. He letting us hear the beats. I said, nah, I want this one. Everybody like, what, man? I don't want that. That ain't it. That's only Money. Everybody. No, Money, King Money. Everybody was in there. Deep. I'm like, Sack. I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Yo, send me that beat. Yo, look at me. Man, I gave the beat to so many different people. Nobody didn't know what to do with it. Nobody could never do with it. I sent it in past. They didn't know. I said, man, give me that beat. Man, I took that beat home and the rest was history, man. When I came back, right, sit across the bed, and I kept thinking I heard that Jamaican vibe. So I'm thinking Jamaica, so I'm in there, but I don't want to love me by the way I say too. And even my lady and him was like, nah, man, because I called him, like, man, don't say that. Why you got me saying like it's like copy of Jamaican? I'm saying, yo, bro, trust me, bro. It's going to work. Don't you know Nelly? All that masterpiece. I'm saying, bro, look, it's lingo. Trust me. If we can make it work, it's genius. Man, why the hell they wrong with that shit? All the women love me by the way I say too. And it was curtains from there. Man, my lady will call me and say, bro, that was the best thing you ever did to ever. I said, bro, I told you. And we down there before he tell it to it. Like, no, bro, don't say that over there. Don't sound right. I'm talking about going crazy, okay? And I'm telling you, it was the best thing we ever did, bro. I told him because Baltimore never had that ever for somebody to pop out the city with lingo. You get what I'm saying? Like, not taking nothing from it because, like, everywhere you go in the world, everybody say, yo, you from Baltimore? Say two. Say dub. You think about it. Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
It's not nobody in the world that don't understand when you say two. That's a Baltimore nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody from Baltimore. And it just worked, man. It just worked. All I can say is, man, God is amazing. If you got vision, you can see it, believe it, pursue it, and I don't see nothing else. I'm a living witness, man, that it's real. It's real. It's real.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'm super happy for you because I have obviously, like you said, we've known each other for many years,
Yeah.
and through your musical journey, I've witnessed, and I've never
Bless
said this to you before, but I've seen the streets pull at you while you're doing the music. You know what I mean?
you. Yes,
And
that's
I
exactly
feel
right.
like, and I felt you having a battle almost. You know what I mean? And I'm just glad that you in a good space right now. And as far as with the music, and really, you are really getting your just due because of your hard work. So I definitely got to salute you on that.
Right. I really appreciate it, Doug. And what's so funny, I'm just getting started, Kay. I'm
Yeah.
just getting started. You know what I'm saying? This is why don't let no grass grow on my feet. Don't give me an inch, nigga, 'cause I'm taking a mile. You hear me? I'm gone. I know I'm being away. You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way away because I ain't try to stop. I'm just started.
What
I didn't what?
what does 2021 have? What do you have in store for 2021?
Amazing music. I expect to have Drake and Bruno Mars calling my phone every other day. That's my goal.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
goal.
You know why? Because that's the lane I'm trying to take over. So I want them to be calling me to involve me in a beautiful, environment so I can make some good things happen for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. I ain't gonna pray on it. I'm just gonna work hard and tell the fan in Rome that I ring himself. You know what I mean?
Wonderful, wonderful, and that's definitely doable. That mainstream success
I
is
can
definitely
believe
doable.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. How can people stay in touch with you and follow your whole movement?
D-Boy the Dome on Instagram, D-Boy the Dome on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You Google me, man. D-Boy, man. You put D-Boy, D-B-O-I, I'm coming up first, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't miss me. And then,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
do, I ain't working hard enough, so it ain't it. But I promise you, 2021, the world gonna know I exist. I promise you that.
definitely, definitely. I believe I definitely appreciate you taking some time to chop it up with me. Of course, definitely you're a friend of the show. Anytime you want to come through, you just let me
Man,
know.
I appreciate you, man. You gave me chances, made me feel like something when I was nothing. Even though I ain't
Uh,
nothing now, but you know what
nah,
I mean?
nah,
But
you was
all
always something.
like remember,
Absolutely.
man, I don't know if a lot of people tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I have vision in everything that I do, and I would like to say I appreciate you, man, for being there for us and ain't never give up. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a long time before we even seen a vision of even coming to anything or anything happening behind what we, was doing and what we believed in. And now, this, to the come, it's real because you always had a vision, but you ain't had to do what you did. You stood 10 toes down. So I appreciate you, man, and everything that you represent.
Definitely, definitely. Much appreciated. Much love, brother. All right, stay safe in all that you're doing, and definitely keep in touch with me.
Man, say less, man. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, everything, man. I see you soon, man. I'll be back to be, man. Love y'all, man.
All right, love you too, bro. All right. That was D-Boy the Dome. Definitely talented artist. And we played two of his songs. So you can get those everywhere. We played Vibes featuring CR the Show, and we played About to Go Up, also featuring CR the Show. And this has been a very interesting day. I'm glad that in the midst of this crazy election and all that's going on politically in America, I had the chance to chop it up with two recording artists today, two rappers, one from Baltimore by way of Charlotte, or Charlotte by way of Baltimore. I'm screwing that up, which was D-Boy the Dome, and also Truth the Realest from Decatur, Georgia, stopping through. And of course, you can always check me out on social media at the Diamond K Show, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok at the Diamond K Show, also at Radio on Fire. I am here daily, 7 p.m. Anyway, you're getting this feed, hit the subscribe button, the share button, the like button, and all that good stuff. I will be back tomorrow. Our guest will be rapper Mike Even. And of course, we're going to have more fallout from the election, I'm sure. So much more to talk about with regards to that. And who knows what's going to be happening when we check in tomorrow. So definitely, I was trying to see if we had any more updates to give you guys as it relates to the election. Uh, Technically, this is still an undecided race. Joe Biden is not the president officially. No clear presidential winner as of yet. Ballots are still being counted. So, all right. So maybe by tomorrow we'll know something. Also, we did not get into this. 5 states passed legal marijuana measures in this 2020 election. Voters in Arizona, New Jersey, Montana, South Dakota voted to legalize recreational marijuana for people over 21. So South Dakotans also voted to approve a medical marijuana program. And in Mississippi, voters approved an amendment allowing doctors to prescribe medical marijuana to people with certain conditions. So you know how people say certain things. You can smoke weed from what they say, and it kind of helps with some of your, symptoms. Oregon became the first state to decriminalize possessing small amounts of hard drugs. Okay. So they that is interesting. Okay. But of course, I had to get that out the way. 1 in 3 Americans live in states where marijuana is now legal for anyone over 21. Think about that. 1 in 3 Americans live in states where marijuana is now legal for anyone over the age of 21. So, I mean, the rest of you states, I guess you need to get with it. I don't smoke, but evidently a lot of people do. A lot of people do. And if that's what they want to do, good for them. Good for them. All right. So we're going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with more of the program. Your man Diamond K. See you guys tomorrow.